freak out, don't freak out. He's here. The king himself, AP5. Welcome back to Rebels Revisited. You're all probably so relieved that we have a lighter episode now because the last two were pretty serious. They were pretty long. See, what I should actually do is just post the Rebels Recon for this one instead because it's one of the best ones. I shouldn't even bother. But I will bother. This is the Forgotten Droid Revisited. In this episode, the Rebels stop to steal some fuel for their fighter carrier. While on this stop, Chopper decides he wants to get a new leg, and, well, it really snowballs from there. I love the setting they land at. I love the designs. It kind of reminds me of Castellon with the water and the sky like meeting on the horizon and this big city thing in the middle of the expanse. I like the bright colors and all the shops give it personality. Like, I don't know, I really like this setting. I can't even contain myself anymore. I'm jumping right into the entrance of the king, AP5. He's so funny. Even when he's not saying something funny, the way he says things is funny. Like, his inflection is funny. He's just such a funny character. And of course, the voiceover for AP5 is awesome. It's Stephen Stanton, otherwise known as Meber Gascon. So that's enough to goat AP5 right there. He's done some cool stuff in Star Wars, though. Along with AP5 and Gascon, he was Admiral Raddus in Rogue One. He did Tarkin in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and he was also Griff in Resistance. So we've got a solid voice behind AP5, which is great because it's what he deserves. I love that Chopper and AP5 bond over war stories. I feel like that breaks them out of this idea of like, oh, they're just droids. Like, they have stories. They lived through war. They can connect because of that. You know, they don't just team up because they're droids. They actually have something that connects them, and I love that for them. I also love to hear characters who we didn't see in the Clone Wars talk about the Clone Wars, because it makes the universe just feel so lived in. Like, hearing them talk about the Ryloth campaign is so cool because we actually saw Ryloth. We just didn't see them there. I love Chopper and AP5. They both have so much personality, so like when you put them together, they just have the most fun dynamic. And you know, like they're reminiscent of C-3PO and R2-D2, but their personalities separate them from being a copy. It just feels more like a homage to them, kind of, with a Rebels twist on it. They're cantankerous and sassy, you know, they have a dry wit about them. So they're different, and they're so great. And I like that we get to see Chopper make a friend outside the Ghost crew. You know, since Chopper is like the one core crew member who doesn't get to have an arc, this is what defines him and makes him feel developed. And I love the solidarity that forms between them. Like, I like how they very quickly come to help each other. Now this is the most important part. The return of the king. Chopper the murder droid is back. Missed him. The best part is this one right here, watch this.
You are completely useless!
No, you are the one who is useless.
What did you say, droid? Not this time, little.
Where are those?
No, you are the one that is useless. Then murder droid! Legend behavior from both of them. Legend behavior. I love how these two droids are just stealing a whole Imperial ship. Chopper going shopping for a new leg like really did snowball. It's like this. That's what it's like in my head when I think about it. Okay, now let's look at this little clip because I think it's really sweet.
Who is this?
I am Chopper's friend.
Friend?
Chopper doesn't have any friends.
He most certainly does. Just as when he was rescued from that Y-Wing fighter, I am rescuing him now. Chopper helped me, and I have chosen to help Chopper.
Aww. Again, I love that Chopper made a friend outside the crew. And I love that AP5 is already comfortable with calling himself Chopper's friend. AP5's whole thing is that he was really underutilized and underappreciated by the Empire, so I just think it's so nice that he met Chopper and immediately feels useful and valued by him. Okay, this line is so funny.
The entire Rebel fleet is betting on Chopper.
Yeah, try not to think about it.
You know, maybe that's a better spot for a meme. And now we get to the climax of the episode where we marry Chopper the murder droid and Chopper having a heart.
I won't forget you, my friend.
I will not lie, this moment makes me a little emotional. It's amazing that the writers were able to get us like a little attached to AP5 and his relationship to Chopper just in this one episode. I mean, he's a droid. He's mostly comedic relief. Both of them usually are. And yet within this one episode, we care about AP5 and we care about this friendship. I feel like establishing the backstory was really the key here. Like, Chopper and AP5 got to swap war stories, which gave them each a little more depth and gave them an actual narrative reason to be friends. And then we found out that how AP5 was being treated by the Empire, and we found out he was being mistreated by the Empire, which made him sympathetic. So then, even though these characters are funny, and this episode was funny, the writers still found a way to give it a heart, like they always do. I love these writers. And I love how the episode shows that Chopper really does have a heart. It's funny to see him be grouchy and moody, and it's fun to joke about his thirst for blood, but of course, Chopper does have a heart. He's still a part of a team. He's still the droid that was rescued by Hera and became her best friend. You know, he cares a lot about his friends, even if he gives them a hard time, and I love how clearly that was shown in this episode. And with a friend who Chopper had barely even met, just to drive home how much he can care about others. And there we have it, the Forgotten Droid. This episode is pretty light, but it's so much fun. I like the droid episodes on Rebels. I think they're a riot, and I think Chopper and AP5 are wildly entertaining. Definitely two of the most underrated droids in Star Wars. Alright, so the countdown to Twilight of the Apprentice is really on now, huh? Get excited. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.